Hey everybody, Josh and David here for Whiskey Wednesday for Argonaut Wine and Liquor. Today we have a special guest from Proof and Wood. This is Dave. We're going to talk about a few of his whiskeys and some cool stuff we got going on. But first, one thing we really want to tell you guys about, we have a giant one-day sale going on August 16th. That is a week from today, so on Wednesday. Everything in the store basically is going to be on sale. We've got 20% off all wine, 15% off all liquor, $7.50 and larger, and then $2 off a 12-pack of beers. So definitely something you don't want to miss out on. Both the things we're talking about today will be on sale, so a good day to try some new things and give some new stuff a shot. But Dave, if you want to tell us a little bit about kind of what we got going on today.
Great. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Just quick background. The company is Proof and Wood. We've been around since 2015. We're a proud independent bottler of whiskey and other world spirits. Primarily, we focus on American rye and bourbon. And again, we source whiskey from all over. These two of our bottlings are both 95% rye, 5% barley from everyone's favorite distillery in Indiana. I've had a long relationship with them and love the whiskey. And what we try to do at Proof and Wood is put good whiskey in a bottle at a fair price. And on that note, I think our roulette rye is probably the best value that we have in our portfolio. Did we pour some?
Yeah. Cool. So
And
that's what we have in the glass.
I love that you mentioned that, because one of the things I've been telling a lot of our customers that come in recently is I'm starting to get frustrated with how expensive good whiskey has been getting.
Mm-hmm.
And
Me too.
people, and I appreciate your sentiment on that. It's important. People come in and they're like, why is this $60 a bottle? It's only a 3.5 year bourbon or 3.5 year rye. And I'm like, well, I don't know. That's what they charge us for. We're not price gouging here. We're just trying to, keep it alive. So I do very much appreciate that. And cheers to you, sir, for.
Yeah, and we try to communicate what we do. And I think, and while I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment, I think sometimes you got to be careful what you're looking at. Because again, we buy from a great distiller who's been there 150 years and knows what they're doing, and they're very efficient. And I think we buy smartly. But there are a lot of still, especially here in Colorado, a lot of small craft producers that do have a higher cost of production. And,
I
that
totally
changes
understand.
things too. And when you just look at the year, it kind of gets funky. But enough about them.
Yeah. Let's talk about you.
So Roulette Rye is a 4-year-old rye bottled at 100 proof. Question that always comes up is, why isn't it bonded? And the reason is we sometimes put older whiskey in the bottle to get the blend to where we want it to. Roulette Rye was designed as a cocktail rye at 100 proof. It's going to stand up to whatever you throw at it, and the flavor is still going to come through.
Yeah, I mean, on the nose, this doesn't scream 95% rye to me. I mean, it's got a much sweeter kind of red fruity nose than, I would have put something at 95% rye at, which I really enjoy.
So that's one of the tricky things about rye, because a lot of the ryes that were available to us 15 years ago were 60% corn, 51% corn, 51% rye, and a lot of corn. And they're actually grittier. The rye grain itself, it's similar to wheat, that you do get some natural sweetness out of it. And you do get, in the younger rye, it's even more pronounced, where you'll get more botanical flavors and things like that. So it's just a different profile.
On the palate, it definitely still has that rye spice, like you said, that would stand up in a cocktail and make a fantastic Manhattan. That's what this screams to me. Something I'd want to do with it. But yeah, it's easy to drink though, for the proof.
Yeah, and this guy's on the shelf right now on sale at $21.99. So there are not
afford to do that.
So there aren't many whiskeys in this age range in that price point, and especially from obviously a reputable distiller, reputable independent bottler. So awesome whiskey, fantastic price. We're really excited to be able to start offering the Roulette Rye as of today. So really excited about that one. And then this one is actually an old favorite of ours. you guys remember we did a barrel pick of this probably 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I've always loved it.
This has always been one of my favorites that I loved recommending to people out of the glass case. We used to not be able to get much of it, and I was so excited whenever we were able to get a barrel pick of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make more. So where the
Stay
roulette
tuned.
rye, we'll talk about it being our best value. The Senator, I think we can firmly call our best rye right now.
Mm.
And the fun thing about roulette and the Senator is kind of in our name, Proof and Wood. Some people think it was named after my great-great-grandfather, Jebediah Proof, and then my other great-grandfather, Ezekiel Wood, but that's not true. It's more about what we have control of, how old it is in the wood, and the proof that we bottle at. So again, same whiskey starts out the same way. 100 proof, 4 years old. Really good whiskey, even a good sipper. I mean, meant and priced as a cocktail rye. But the Senator is 6 years old, small batch generally, except when we do single barrels.
Yeah.
And for us, small batch is generally about 20 barrels, 53-gallon barrels at a time, and bottled at barrel proof. And this one was bottled at 114.8, which is about the average of where they fall. And what I've always found about the Indiana rye, between 6 and 10 years, it really shines. You get a great balance between the spice of the rye, the spice of the spirit, and the evolved, more elegant flavors of the wood. So you're not getting to that point where, while it's a great spirit, you lose the base spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a great balance and great flavor in there. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Yeah. So I really love the nose on this one as well. You know, those kind of red fruits have given way a little bit to more of, almost like not like a really viscous molasses, but like a molasses kind of toffee-ish type of note that I'm getting.
I've said this before, but every now and again I get like a savory note on it's
that is a fantastic sip. So I really love this rye, and it's spicy, it's big, it's a huge just burst of flavor right at the beginning of your tongue, but it's not overpowering, it's not punch in your face like some ryes can be. I mean, that's an awesome sipper.
Yeah, front palate spice on it. This is fantastic. I would definitely say it does have some sort of that red fruit coming through on the back end. But I mean, there's nothing bad I could say about this ever.
No, that's awesome.
So
cheers to you guys on that one.
Yeah. And it kind of opens up a little bit. I mean, we just popped the bottle, so I'd be excited to try it in like an hour once we got a little bit of oxygen on it. So
Yeah, and they generally drink much below their stated proof.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that definitely doesn't drink, close to 115. That's super smooth, not much of a Kentucky hug at all. Really just enjoyable whiskey. But again, something that also would be fantastic in a Manhattan if you wanted to do something like that. But, great neat, awesome on the rocks, I'm sure. Just an all around. I mean, that's a fantastic whiskey.
And this one as well. Like,
yeah,
I could do this on the rocks as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
For sure.
And then Dave brought us one other surprise. So this is not something that's available yet in Colorado, but I'll let you talk a little bit more about it, and it should be coming soon. So this is the cabinet.
So the cabinet is part of our DC collection, which the Senator is kind of a core offering of. The cabinet was actually a request from a DC area retailer for us to do a boo rye using basically the same whiskey we use for the Senator and the bourbon, the Representative. So what the cabinet is, it's kind of rye. It leans more rye than bourbon. About 70% rye, 30% bourbon, aged from 2014 rye to 2017 rye. I'm reading the back of the bottle. We're going to have it all and then we have a 2016 and a 2017 bourbon in there. So it's basically between 5 and 9 years old.
Big kind of almost like malty nose, some of those like, cereal sweetness.
Yeah, I get a lot of what I got with the Senator, but yeah, like maybe some chocolatey notes in there. It's a lot sweeter on the nose.
Yeah, there's two bourbons in there. So you get the rye spice, you get the rye flavor. It's a little bit softer. The 2016 bourbon is a 99% corn, so it's bringing a lot of sweetness and some of those cereal notes that you're getting. And then the 2017 bourbon is the same mash bill as the representative, and that's 75% corn. Again, a little sweet, classic corn forward bourbon and 21% rye. And on a side note, the representative this year was awarded the best bourbon in the world by the World Whiskey Awards.
Oh, wow.
We will have some in Colorado within the week.
Great. Yeah. So, keep an eye out for that. We will definitely be getting some of that soon. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
The
On the palate.
Yeah. So these are really
Don't
fun
have enough to say.
Yeah.
things. We only did, I think, 20 barrels of the cabinet this year. And, the core stuff we do, the Senator, Representative, Roulette, Deadwood Bourbon, those are kind of our core, but we do a lot of like small blending projects to have fun with and to kind of point out that there's more to what we do than just finding great whiskey and putting it in a bottle. There's some thought that goes into how we're blending, whether it's a batch of the Senator or something like the Cabinet.
Yeah, definitely. No, those are all fantastic whiskeys. Thank you for sharing them with us. Like we said, these two are available on the shelf now. This one coming to Colorado soon. We will have it as soon as it comes to the state. The other thing we got going on, guys, we have our lottery for this month is the opportunity to purchase a bottle of SAS 18. That obviously is always one entry per person, no purchase necessary. One additional entry for every Argonaut barrel pick you buy. And then also our limited edition Whiskey Wednesday t-shirts are available at the store. They just dropped, so I don't have one to show you today, but we will definitely show you next week. It's got, just like the glasses, our Whiskey Wednesday logo, and then on the back it looks like a label from one of our private barrels. So they're pretty cool shirts. Those are on sale right now. We'll show you an example tomorrow. And then Dave, thank you for being here, sharing some awesome whiskeys with us. And everybody come on down, give them a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.